Hello YouTube, we are back with another modded Minecraft tutorial, and in today's video, as you can see, I'm on top of a computer from ComputerCraft, and that's because we are actually going to take a look at a couple programs I've made. So I've got these two Eniallator, and let me just run this program on them. So mControl, just like that. And now it should be working. So if I go into my pocket computer, which is labeled any pocket, and I go into mRemote, it will actually prompt me with a whole console line thing, where I can basically just put in commands. So let's just do help, and it will list, or it will give us some commands that we can use. So list will list the available turtles to connect with, blah blah blah. Connect will connect to a turtle, and then exit will simply exit the program. So if I just do that, as you can see, we are back at the usual interface for the turtles without the program. So let's just run it again. So we'll do that, and let's do help again, just so you guys can see. And we'll do list, and here we go. We've got two IDs that we can connect to, and that is because this is number 1, and then this is number 3. And if I'll just confirm that by I'll cancel the program and then put in ID, and as you can see, it's number 1, and the other one is number 3. Let's just say that. But if we just connect to number 1, that's it. So connect, and then type in the ID of the turtle that you want to connect with, and we want to go to number 1, so let's just type in 1, and now we are connected, and now we are basically talking with each other. So the any pocket will be talking with the any turtle, not the 2, but the any turtle, because this is number 1, or ID 1, and let's just do some commands. So I've made a whole help menu, so let's just do help, and these commands will be basically passed to the turtle straight away, instead of having the health stored on the actual pocket computer. It's going to be stored on the turtle. But there is an exit function as well. So if we do exit, it will get us out of this, and we'll basically be no longer be talking to each other basically. So if I just do that again, so connect, and then 1, and let's just do help again. But yeah, so we've got a wide variety of programs that we can do. Now I have Ender storage installed, so and also NEI, or not enough items, as you might call it. But yeah, so that's just a couple of other mods I've got installed. But the main one is ComputerCraft, so that's pretty cool. But also, the Ender chest is pretty useful. Let's just get one anyways, and we'll put that in the world. And let's just clear everything as well, so it's nice and fresh, or nice and fresh Ender chest right there. But yeah, so this can perform a lot of tasks, and is really quite awesome. So basically, if you want to move the turtle around, so all we really need to do is move, or type in move, and then whatever direction. Let's say we want to go forward, so let's type in forward, and then 3 blocks. So and then it moves forward 3 blocks, as you might expect. But then if you want to go backwards, so move back, and then 3 blocks, it will go backwards. Now it does turn around, and that's basically just yeah, that's just a little thing that I put in, just so it's because it doesn't actually do turtle.back, it does a turtle.right twice, or turn right twice, and then yeah, so and then does however much blocks it got as an input argument thing. Yeah, so if I do move back again, it will basically just turn around. So as you can see, it's turning or facing this way, and that's the same for turtle or move let's do move left and then 1. It will move left 1. But yeah, also like move right, and then it's just going to move right. And basically the third argument is for however much blocks do you want to actually have it move. Now if we don't put anything in there, it'll give us a list of possible directions. So it's really quite cool and helpful. So if we do move, also like another sort of error testing, or like preventing it from crashing really. If we do move up and then blah, or a word, it'll basically just do a move up, and because I mean that's not a number, so that's pretty cool. And also that will be the same for move right blah. It's just going to move right. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And that's basically the move function, or the move program that I've put in. Now you can add your own programs, like it's really simple, and I will get to that later on in the video. But basically these two turtles have the exact same program, but I was just like showcasing that it can talk to both turtles, or more than one turtle really, because it will basically just broadcast to any turtles nearby that are running the program, and it will try to connect with it if you do connect, or try to connect really. But yeah, so if I do, let's say, dump items, but first what we want to do is let's just fill it up with some stuff. So we'll put some stone in there, let's say just do that really, and then let's do dump items. It'll place that in the ender chest and put in all the stone that it's got in its inventory. And then, because there was no stone in these slots, it didn't actually go to them, or it didn't hover over them, or select them. And that's basically just like making it even more efficient and more like faster really. But yeah, so that's the dump items. Then the cube is like the cube function that I made like ages ago. Let's just move it like right, so it's facing that way, and let's make it dig out a bunch of wood, let's say. So let's put a 2 by 3 by 4, let's say. So 4 back, 2 up, and then 3 that way. And this is basically just going to be showcasing how you actually tell it to do, or what dimensions it really gets to. It's going to make sense really. So yeah, let's do cube, and the cube is, if you basically just type in cube and then hit enter, it's going to say invalid dimensions and use 3 numbers bigger than 0. Now basically the first number will describe how many blocks in front of it has to go. So in this case, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, it will be 4. So let's just do cube and then 4. And then the second argument is going to be that way. So 1, 2, 3. So and that's basically just going to be 3 in that way basically, or to the right of the turtle. And then the third argument is basically just going to be the height of it. So we're going to do 2, and that will start going, and it will start mining out that cube, or that area that we have specified. And it's really cool because it will dump its items after a while, or after it's gotten to and the next sort of panel. That's basically just because if you do actually strip mine with this, which you can, and it will work, it will basically not run out of inventory space. Well, it might, but like if you do have like a massive strip mine, I guess. But yeah, this is basically just trying to prevent that. But if we just look in the chest now we've got some wood planks in there, so that's pretty cool. and nothing in the inventory. So that's the cube program, and let's just do help again. And lastly, we've got our tree program, and that's really, really simple. Basically, what it does is if we just get a piece of dirt, plant a sapling on it, let's get like a birch sapling because they don't grow massive trees like the oak ones, and then bone meal it, and let's just run the tree program. So let's just do that. It will basically just cut down the entire logs or the entire tree, and it will, if we like go underneath it, it will stop, or it will basically stop. But if we go out now, it will keep on going down and go down to the floor because it remembers where the floor is, or where it started from, basically. Now it will have the birch or the wood in its inventory at this time. So that's basically why I just made the dump items command, where it will basically just put the items in the inventory or in the ender chest from ender storage. But yeah, so that's basically the programs that I've made. Now I will get into how the whole thing works. So yeah, I'm just gonna be right back, and I'll continue with the tutorial. So just be right back. And we are back, and I basically just set up a little on this computer right here. I basically just set it up so it will be editing the program, and we can actually take a look at the code. So basically what we have, or basically the sort of important stuff if you do want to make your own program, is this function right here, which will basically run through its inventory and it will dump any items in the in an inventory in front of it. And this only works if you are doing it on a turtle. Now you can make it on literally anything really. So you can have like maybe even like a remote control. Wow, I just had an idea, but whatever. But yeah, so this is basically just gonna dump the turtle's inventory into a inventory in front of it or on the ground in front of it. So that's pretty simple. Now this function right here, so dig block, it will basically just dig the block in front of it or attack anything in front of it. And what I use this for is basically just clearing the space in front of it to make space for the ender chest that will be placed down in front of it as well. So right there. And that is just going to be making sure that it doesn't actually throw the item on the ground. It will actually place the item instead of, it's just like a weird. But then what we have is we've got our move function. And basically what this does is, let's just make this guy go down. Actually, let's just exit, clear, and then we'll just move it or go forward, let's say. And then basically what we can do is we can go into Lua, and if we run turtle.down like that, it will return true, so like that, and it will actually go down, as you can see. But if we do it again, because there's like a block in the way, it will actually return false, and the movement is obstructed. Now, the way that I actually prevented that, or that I actually made it go down anyways, is actually by digging the block below it, or attacking the block below it if it is going down. So as you can see, if we go down here, it will basically just say while it can't go down, so while there's something preventing it from going down, just run these couple of commands right here, which are basically turtle.digdown and turtle.attackdown. And that is basically just going to be making sure there's nothing that's going to be preventing it when the next time it actually runs the turtle.down in the while loop. So it's a really simple but really useful function that I've made right there. So be sure to, if you do want to use that, then definitely go ahead and use it. Now the way that you actually sort of call that function or use it, what you want to do is you want to go move, and then whatever way you want to sort of make it go. So in this case we can go, or we can move it upwards. So that's going to be just what you want to type in if you do want to make it go upwards using this method. Or if you want to go forward, then forward in the quotes there, and then down in the quotes if you want to make it go down. And that's how to call it, and it's pretty simple, and it's really user friendly, and so it's pretty cool. Now you can actually, if you don't want some of these programs on here, basically what you want to do is you want to delete from the else if. Say if we don't want the tree program, you just want to delete the all of this from the next else if and to this one. So that's it's pretty simple to actually delete it, or even if you want to modify it, then you can as well. So yeah, it's basically up for grabs. Now I'll just go down even faster because I want to show you how to actually make your own program. And let's just go down. So we're at the bottom, and you basically just want to navigate to the bottom if you do want to add a program to it. And right before this else, so right here, you want to do a space or a new line, and then another new line, and you basically just want to put in else if right here, and then right there, so like that, and then message, and then it's square brackets 1, and then double equal sign, and then your program name that it's going to be. So let's just do tests right there, and then really. So that is basically the way to actually make a new program. Now to actually add anything to the new program, all you got to do is you want to press enter again, so to create a new line, and then press tab, and anything that would go in here will actually be the program. So it's pretty cool. So if you do want to have like let's see, if the second argument or the first argument after the program name is this, let's say. So the way that you actually test if the second argument is actually this is by saying if, and then message equals, or message in square brackets 2, and then equals or double equal sign, and then in quotes this, so just like that, and then let's say print, and then let's do it works simply. So it worked, OMG, and then let's just end that off. So don't forget to put an end right there, and then let's do that. Now the way that you actually make it talk to the whatever the remote is by saying, as you can see, I was testing it before and it works. Let's just like exit again, and then let's just go into the program again, and there we go. Right, so the way that you actually make it display right here, once you are actually just connected to the program or the computer that you want to connect to, is by actually doing another line right here. So let's just do another line, and then let's do rednet.send like that, and then in brackets you want to do connect ID. Now this has to be connect ID unless or else basically what you'll have, if you do like a number in there or something, then it will basically just send this message or the following message to a random ID or to some other ID that's not the remote. So basically what we want to do is we want to have connect ID. Now the message can literally be anything you want. It can also be a variable, so if you want to assign a variable to a string or something, then you can basically just pass it right here. But I'm just going to do, let's say, test, or test works. Let's do test works, and then it works like that. So let's just save that and let's run the program. And because we've got the wireless ribbon right there, it'll work. But let's just connect to it. So actually, blah. That will, yeah. So I'm more of the making sure it won't crash right there. But if we just do list, what we've got here is we can actually see this right here, and that is basically this computer right here talking to this remote right there. So let's just connect to 4. So 4 like that, and now we are connected. So now what if we do? If we basically just run test, it will display it works, or test works, but it won't display test or OMG it works or OMG breh in here, and that is because we haven't done test this. So if we do test and then space this, because that is what we are looking for, it will still display test works, but it will also display it works OMG breh in here. So that is how you basically just make it do that, and it's really it's such a cool program and concept to have, like, remote control turtles or remote control anything really in Minecraft or in this ComputerCraft. But yeah, so that's basically how you make your own program, and you can have as many arguments as you like. So basically the word number or the word count will basically correspond to the number that you have there. So if you have 3 words, then the third word will be number 3, so 3 right there. But we're going to have 1 right there. And yeah, so it's a really simple system, and it's really cool. But yeah, so that is basically everything. Apart from, actually, let's just exit out of that and then edit mControl. Basically this right here, so the help variable right there and then my function variable right there, is entirely up to you what you put in here. So you can literally put anything in the my function, and that will only just be displayed right here. So if someone does list, for example, and that program is running and it's not connected to anything, then the my function variable will be displayed right after the ID. So we have there where I'll be showing YouTube the programs and an exclamation mark, and it says I'll be showing YouTube the programs exclamation mark. Now the help right here, or the help variable right there, will be only displayed when you do a help right here. So if you type in help, this is like another program that I made. It's essentially another program, but it will basically just only display, or it will only send the help variable. So if I do help, and because it's not actually on or anything, but it would have actually displayed this. So I'll just save it, and let's just go to mControl, just to make sure you guys can actually see it in action. But if I do connect, and then 4, and then do help, and then let's just exit this program, and then edit mControl. It's literally what you have here is going to be right here. So tree will cut down an entire tree, and tree will cut down an entire tree. Now, to actually get to a new line on the in the help menu, basically what you want to do is you want to do a \n, so just like that, and that will basically just put you on to a new line. So you can separate commands like that, which I've done, or you can just do whatever you like. But yeah, so that's basically how you sort of configure your own programs and your own turtle to actually do stuff. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this tutorial. It's been rather long, and that's because I've basically just been jabbering on or blah, or just saying a lot of stuff really. But that's because there's a lot of stuff to sort of get over to you guys. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this tutorial. Rate, comment, and subscribe, and peace.